Hello everyone, welcome to the new video on Gradients Plus. As discussed in the last video, you just had to solve 9 questions in 40 minutes to clear the sectional cutoff of CAT 2020 slot 2. And in the last video, we have also discussed 3 questions out of 9. So in this video, we will discuss the rest of the questions. So without further ado, let's get started. So the fourth question that I have identified from the actual paper is this. The question says that let C1 and C2 be the concentric circles such that the diameter of C1 is 2 cm longer than the C2. If the chord C1 has the length 6 cm and is a tangent of C2, then find the diameter of C1. So let's try to draw the diagram now first. So let this be a C1. And let this be a C2. Now the diameter of C1 is 2 cm longer than the C2. That means if we draw the diameter of C1, this extra part, it has to be 1 and 1. Also, there is a chord of length 6 cm which is tangent to circle C2. That means, so this is my chord and it is 6 cm. Now there is a property, if you draw perpendicular from the center, it bisects the chord. That means, let the BC be the chord. So let's connect the AB and AC. Now understand that the AB is the radius of C1. Now the diameter of C1 is 2 cm longer than diameter of C2. That means the radius of C1 would be 1 cm longer than the radius of C2. So let's call the radius of C2 be x. So this part, the perpendicular, would become x. Therefore, the radius of C1 becomes 1 plus x, which is this part, which is AB. Now, in the triangle, let's call this point as a D. Now, in triangle ADB, apply the Pythagoras Theorem. In triangle ADB, apply the Pythagoras Theorem, wherein AB square is equal to AD square plus BD square. Now what is AB? It is 1 plus x the whole square. What is AD? X square. And what is BD? It is 3 square, that is 9. Now if you solve this equation, what you will get? 1 plus 2x plus x square. It is equal to x square plus 9. X square gone. 2x is equal to 8. X is equal to 4. Now what they have asked you, they have asked the diameter of C1, and what we have got is the radius of C2. Now 4 is the radius of C2, hence the radius of C1 would be 1 cm longer than this, hence the radius of C1 becomes 5 cm and hence the diameter becomes 10. So answer to this question is 10. So let's move on to the next question. So let's try to read this question. The question says, sum of the perimeters of the equilateral triangle and the rectangle is 90 cm. Also, we have been given the relationship between the area of rectangle and the equilateral triangle, that is R is equal to T square, and the ratios of the sides of the rectangle are also given, which is 1:3. So if one of the sides of the rectangle is x, other side becomes 3x. Okay. Let's assume that side of the equilateral triangle is S. So the area of equilateral triangle, that is T, would be √3/4 S square. Therefore, T square becomes 3/16 S raised to 4. Now this becomes my first equation. What is area of rectangle? Area of rectangle is length into breadth, so that becomes x into 3x, 3x square. So this becomes my second equation. So let's try to equate equation 1 with equation 2. R is equal to t square. That means 3x square is equal to 3 upon 16 s raised to 4. Also, the addition of the perimeters is also given, which is 90 centimeter. So perimeter of the equilateral triangle is 3s plus the perimeter of the rectangle is 2 times of length plus breadth. So length plus breadth becomes 4x is equal to 90. So 3s plus 8x is equal to 90. So that becomes my equation 4. Now let's try to find x in terms of s from the equation 3. So 3 gets cancelled. So taking square root on the both side, s square divided by 4. So let's try to put x in the equation 4. So 3s plus 8 into 3s plus 8 into x. X is s square divided by 4, which is 90. So 4 2s are. So can I get 2s square plus 3s is equal to 90. Now this is a quadratic equation. So quadratic equation is 2s square plus 3s minus 90 is equal to 0. Now how do you find the roots of the quadratic equation? You multiply 90 with 2, so that's 180. Now you try to split 180 in such a way that you get the middle term. So 180 would be 12 into 15. Yeah. So can I say that 2s square plus 15s minus 12s minus 90 is equal to 0. So s common, 2s plus 15. So 2s plus 15 minus 6. So one of the roots you will get s is equal to 6, another root you will get minus 15 by 2. So we won't consider that because s is this side of the equilateral triangle. Hence this side of equilateral triangle is 6. You have to find the longer side of the rectangle. Now once you got the s, just put in this equation, you will get your x, which is s square, that is 36 divided by 4, 9. And longer side of the rectangle is 3x, which is 9 into 3, 27. Hence option 4. Now let us look at the next question. The question says for real x, find the maximum possible value of the equation. Now in such questions, if you can be little smart, your question solving can become easier and you can crack the questions easily. So in this question, how are we going to tackle? We are going to start with putting x as a number. Let's start with 1 because x has to be a real number. So if we put x is equal to 1, what are we getting? 1 divided by root of 1 plus 1, which is 1 by root 2. Okay, so we have got the first value. Now let's put the next value. X is equal to 2. So this will be 1 upon 1 plus 2 raised to 4 is 16. So 1 by root 17. Now understand that 1 by root 2 is always going to be more than 1 by root 17. Hence, if we go on increasing the output we are getting would be reducing. Hence, the maximum possible you can get is 1 by root 2. Answer to this question is option 1, 1 by root 2.